Hi, this is Nashimar, the CEO of InfoTaxCoin.com and the Gleim-led professor. Today I'm going to share with you some payroll compliances. I have created this article for one of my clients who had called me from a foreign country and wanted to hire an employee in the United States. So there are some conditions and obligations by the IRS and state which I'm going to share with you. What responsibility does a foreign employer have if they hire a US citizen to work in the United States? Regardless of whether the employee is domestic or foreign, they have the same rights to hire an employee. I have created a checklist based on the information I have collected today from the IRS and the states. Number 1 point, ensure that the potential employee is authorized to work in the United States by having them complete and sign I-9. Every employee is required to submit I-9 form to the employer to make sure he or she is legally authorized to work in the United States. E-Verify is essential, particularly if mandated by the state. You are hiring and tax obligation must be handled correctly. Form I-9 is unchangeable. It ensures that you are hiring someone legally authorized to work in the United States and protects you from significant penalties. Ensuring compliance during the hiring process requires a key factor. Point number 2, Form W-4. Every employee is required to submit Form W-4 form to calculate the proper withholding. Form W-4 is an essential component of the United States tax system. This assists your employer in determining the amount of federal income tax to withhold from your paycheck. Without a W-4, your employer won't be able to properly calculate withholdings, which could result in a significant tax bill or penalty at the end of the year. Now we are talking about the foreign entity. If you are a foreign company and wants and willing to hire an employee in the United States, by law you are required to register a company in that state and comply the rules and regulation of that particular state to issue or to hire an employee. To comply with tax laws in the state where the employee is hired, domestic companies must be registered in that state. Number 4 point is EIN number. EIN number is required for every employer in order to hire an employee. Employee identification number must be obtained from the Internal Revenue Service in order to hire an employee. Employee identification number is essential for foreign companies hiring in the USA as it is used to identify the business entity for the tax purposes. To file business tax returns such as Form 1120 for corporations or Form 1065 for partnership, it is necessary to have an EIN. The IRS requires payroll taxes to be handled and employee wages reported. In order to open a business bank account in the United States, an EIN is necessary. By having an EIN, one can ensure compliance with US tax laws and regulations and avoid potential legal issues. To hire an employee, worker compensation and disability insurance are necessary. The protection of both employees and employer is crucial through worker compensation, insurance, and disability insurance. Now I'm going to share some characteristics, why it is necessary, and what are the advantages. Number 1, to pay for the medical cost of work-related injuries or illness. Next, to offer financial assistance to workers who require time off to recover. Next, to safeguard employers from lawsuits involving workplace injuries. Another one, to provide assistance to employees who want to return to work. To cover some of your income in case you cannot work due to illness or injury. To assist with paying for living expenses while you are unable to earn an income. To offer a safety net for unexpected health problems, worker compensation, and disability insurance. ensure that employees are protected in the event of unforeseen events, and help employers maintain a safety and compliant workplace. Next point is, if the employee is not located in the United States, a trust is required to deposit withholding to ensure that the withholding is protected. There are some companies in the United States, as far as my knowledge is concerned, who provide these services. Point number 7, by keeping accurate record, businesses can stay compliant and avoid any potential penalties. The last point of the checklist is to avoid complications and compliances issues. A foreign employer may hire a US citizen on a contract basis as well. I have shared with you some payroll compliances which an employer must follow in order to hire an employer. The above compliances must be understood before a W-2 can be issued to an employee. I have crafted content that meets to the Internal Revenue Service and states rules and regulations. I thank you and God bless you.